everyone, Sheila back again. Welcome to my channel. I'm busy just doing a little beanie hat to go with the little cardigan I've been doing, you know, the border lace one. I'm nearly up to the crown. I haven't got a tape measure up here, it's downstairs. I think I did have one up here, I don't know where it's gone. It'll be around somewhere. So anyway, I'll show you the little cardigan. I finished the little cardigan there. That is the 20-inch one. And that's what I'm doing the beanie to go with that. And someone did make a comment about my pattern and why I only put two, because there's 3 sizes on the pattern, and why I only put 2 bonnets. Because I think the bonnets are only for really small babies. I think the beanie hats are better, so that's why I only did 2 sizes in the bonnets. Because that size, a 20-inch, would probably fit about a 9 to 18-month-old baby. And I think they probably prefer better for them with the little beanie hats. So that at the moment I have spent, it is now 4:30, and I have spent nearly all day on and off converting all the things for this little cardigan to put a tutorial up on my Just Knitting channel. And I think there was about 2.5 hours of videoing that I had to sort through, and I managed to get it down to about just over an hour and a half. But you know, when you're doing these tutorials, sometimes, you know, I have to stand up at my table over there because of where the thing that holds the phone when I do the thing, so my hands is underneath. I could sit down, but I would have to bring that lower down, and that doesn't leave enough space between the table and my hands and that. And I've tried doing it like that, and I keep knocking the thing when I'm moving my hands about. So it's better for me to stand, because someone thought I shouldn't be standing doing these videos. But I do have one of those stools that, you know, twists around and you can move it up and down, but I just prefer to stand when I'm doing it, because I like to be able to see over the phone to make sure, you know, my hands are in the right place when I'm doing it. Well, I had an awful lot of things on it, bits of videos I'd been to put together. And you know, sometimes when you're doing a video like that, like a tutorial, I might be doing a row like what happened with this one. I got halfway through one of the rows and realised I was doing the wrong stitch. Well, I had been videoing that wrong stitch. So I had to stop the video and start it again, take it out, the knitting out to where I had made the mistake. And then when I'm editing the video, I try to pick it up from before I made the mistake, to join those bits together to where I had started again. So it takes quite a while to find the exact spot, so that when it goes from one bit straight to another that I've joined on, so it goes seamless. That's the way I put it. So otherwise you might get the same bit repeated twice in the middle of a video. I hope I haven't done that, but I can't sit for an hour and a half now watching it after I have done it. I'm just hoping that I've got it all sorted and all right, but it does take a long time to sort out all these bits, and then I have to join them all together. But it's it's sorted, and it's going to probably take quite a while because of it being an hour and a half. It's on my computer downstairs in the living room. That's where it is. This computer here is upstairs in my workroom, so it's busy getting converted downstairs, and I'll put it up onto YouTube as soon as it's been sorted on the converter. But I went to a knit and natter yesterday afternoon. I picked up my friend Molly. My friend Anne wasn't too bothered about it. I don't think she's as much as a knitter as we are, because Molly does like to knit as well. And there wasn't many there. I think there was about half a dozen of us. But like they told me, that's the only second week it's been on. They've just started it, so it's getting it advertised and getting people interested. But we had a good afternoon talking, and, you know, more talking than knitting. Actually, I was knitting this. I took my own. I was knitting this, and I got right up to the shoulders. I started casting off the stitches for the shoulders, and I got so far along the row, and I realised it's knit two, purl two. Only I must have done either a knit one or a purl one, where I should have done knit two, and it's knocked all the stitches off along that. Just that row, the last row I did. I thought, that's it, I'm putting it down. It was nearly time to go home by then anyway. I think that's what it is. I have to pull that row. I haven't pulled the row out yet. So I have to take the row back out down to where I started casting the stitches off, because it was right at the start where I had the wrong stitch in. But that's what I was taking, and a lot of talking, you know, we were all asking about each other, and I really enjoyed that afternoon. It was nice talking to other people, and I think at first there was a lady called Sandra. There was me and Molly. There was a lady called Sandra. There was another lady. She was doing similar to me. She had brought her work with her. She was sewing up a lot of little baby cardigans. And another lady who's doing a lot of things. You know, I only remember one lady's name. I'm going to have to write them down next week, because I'm terrible for remembering people's names. I just remember this one lady called Sandra. But then there was another lady came in for afterwards, and she actually lived in a bungalow next door to it was called the Poacher's Cottage, where we were having the knitting at her. She lived in a bungalow next door, and she just came in to see what was going on, because she could see from her window, or where we were sitting near a window, she could see all of us sitting. And she said she'd love to come to the knitting at her, but she can't knit. We said, well, come here, this is a place to learn, isn't it? So she's probably going to come next time. It's every Monday between 1 and 3. And I'm not sure whether there was anyone else in, because there was another table sort of behind us where I was sitting with my back to it. But when I turned around later on, I'm not sure whether there was a couple of ladies sitting knitting there, whether they didn't realise, you know, that to come and join our table or what. So I'm not sure. We'd have to look out for them next week and see. Of course, they were not all interested in what I was doing, because nobody was doing crochet or anything like that. And I said, well, there's no reason why anybody doing crochet can't come. It's a craft. It's similar to knitting, isn't it? So I took some of my things with me that I was crocheting to show them the kind of things I was doing with the crochet. Some of the things, I have a couple of little phone pouches I'm doing. One I've just have to put the lining in and finish it off with the poppers on, and the other one I'm in the middle of. And then the other lady, I think with the lady called Sandra, she says, the only thing I can do in crochet is make a chain. So I was sort of giving them an idea, showing them, so I'll probably be trying to help anyone that wants to learn to crochet as well, and make it a crafting natter, not just a knitting natter. It's anything. But it was a good afternoon, and it was about 4 o'clock by the time I got home. We did leave at 3 by the time I took Molly home and got myself home, and I had to go to the shop on the way back. And so anyway, I look forward to my next week. I was thinking about doing some video, but I'm going to wait till next week, and then I'm going to ask the ladies to make sure it's okay for to do the video, because I won't do any, video anybody without their permission. I can just have a little bit in my video about what the ladies are and that. But anyway, I checked my premium bonds this morning. I've won another £50 premium bond. I'm getting a bit lucky. Usually it's just £25 ones, but the last few times I've been winning, they've been either £50 ones or £100 ones. I wouldn't mind the £1 million one, but there's only one of those, or is it 2 of those? But I'm very lucky with my premium bonds. I have 2 sisters. I've only been buying premium bonds since 2016, I think. That was when I was with my partner, Mel. before he died, he used to buy a lot of premium bonds, and he talked me into buying some. He said, you know, we weren't getting hardly any interest at all off the money that was in the bank, and he says you'd be better off putting it into premium bonds. And I thought, well, you know, I says, well, you know, you probably get nothing. I says, I've got two sisters. I says, they've had premium bonds for over 40 years and they never won a halfpenny on them. And, you know, I've been very lucky. My sisters hate me because of what I've been winning on the premium bonds. I won quite an awful lot, actually. So that was another lucky day when I checked the premium bonds this morning, another £50. One good thing about premium bonds, you don't pay tax on them. On your, what you win is classed as your interest, I suppose, but you don't pay any tax on them. So, but that's what I do. If I have anything spare, I put them into premium bonds, and you know, as you're getting older and older, and you don't know what to do with their money, do you? But anyway, I'm going to finish this little hat, and then I'm going to sort out what I can. I've got quite a few things to put up onto eBay, since I think I still have sorted out how to get around their special delivery, or the simple delivery as they call it. I've managed that with the knitting patterns I've been putting up, so I've just got to remember what I actually pressed and clicked on to get onto it, because you have to go right round in circles. You know, you can go round and round and round and you can't get on it, and then you try again and you go a different way and you click something right and you get onto it. They just do not want you to do it yourself. So I have quite a lot. I have the 3 sets of these little ones, the one that Sammy's wearing here. And I do have an 18-inch one as well. That's an 18-inch one I'm going to put up. So I have those 3 sets to put up, as well as some other little cardigans and other things, baby blankets I have in my bag. I've got a lot of stuff, actually, just haven't gotten around to sorting it out. I have to take photographs of everything, and then get all them photographs up on, I'll be trying eBay first, and because I get what I ask for on eBay, but everyone else buying off eBay has to pay their buyer's protection, but it's not as bad as it was. It's a little bit less, actually. Because my knitting patterns, the packs of knitting patterns I've been putting up with 6 patterns for, I've been putting them up for £7. And the buyer protection that eBay puts on makes them £7.58. So that's only 58 pence gone on to £7. So I would imagine, you know, it's not that much more for anything about £10. So I do have quite a few things to sort out to get up onto eBay and get the things sold. And I think I better go downstairs and measure this. I think my tape measure's downstairs. I think I took it downstairs when I was working down there to measure this, because I'm only doing it till it measures 5 inches, and it could be about that now. I don't want to knit any more on it and find it's too long and too big. So that's my little bit for today. So thumbs up and subscribe. And I do have my quiz night tonight, so that'll be a little bit something to talk about tomorrow. But I think there's only going to be me, my friend, and tonight her son Michael. He is on the committee in another club beside there, and they always have a meeting on a Tuesday, every other Tuesday. And he usually has a friend there who comes to our quiz as well in the car, and he usually brings Michael down after the meeting, but that man who usually brings him is on holiday, so he won't be there. So Michael doesn't know whether he's going to be able to get there in time for the quiz or not. So I said to him not to worry, you know, me and your mum will manage. We'll probably be last, but so bye for now. I'll catch you all another time.